What's up, Gunpla modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gundam Customs, and today I am going to build this kit. The 1/100 scale Master Grade Freedom Gundam ZAF's Mobile Suit ZGMF X10A 2.0 from the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed animated series. Yep, this is the updated version of the Freedom Gundam that came out in 2016. Now, I have to say, it is a sexy looking beast. I think I remember building the original Master Grade, which, quite frankly, I got it for a steal back in the day, because I remembered I was driving through a town, and I came, I see like a what do you call it, a garage sale here and there, and I look at them, and okay, maybe sometimes you'll find some decent deals, and sometimes you don't. And then one day, and we're talking about over close to 20 years now, I'm driving by a town where there was a garage sale, but I didn't want to stop by the garage sale. I said, just keep driving. But the corner of my eye, I saw the Freedom Gundam, or I saw the Freedom 1.0 at the time, and I had to obviously turn around, go back, and I said, oh my god, it's the Freedom Gundam. Not this one, the 1.0. And I was like, what's it doing here? And there was other model kits there, not Gundam, just other kits that I don't remember what the person had. So I'm just saying, I grabbed the box, I looked at it, and I had all the parts. And there was an old lady there, and I asked, oh, hey, how much is this model kit? She says, oh, that's my son. He's been getting ready. I don't know. I'll give you, what do you think? And I go, well, at the time, I would have been honest. I would have paid, $40 or whatever dollars. But that time, I said, well, how about, I said 15. And she goes, 20. And I go, let me think about it. In about a minute of pretending, I go, okay, 20. I'll give you 20. So, getting a Master Grade Gundam Freedom for $20 was one of the luckiest days of my life. Pretty much so. And I built it, of course, and for those of you who probably have watched my channel, I painted that metallic chrome. And that came out gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, it's still in its in the box. I still haven't deployed, put out all the kits out for it on display. Hopefully soon. And I go, well, this doesn't get any better than this, but 2.0 Freedom. Why? Why? And then of course, well, why not? A 2.0 Freedom. I have to admit, I was a bit shocked when this came out. I got it. I think I got this from Gundam Planet, and that's, if anybody wants to get it, I'll provide the link down below, since this is still considered the summer of Gunpla, summer of freedom. And I said, alright, great, I got it. And I think, alright, it's good to start building this guy, because I really, really want to build it. I've seen many people work on the Freedom Gundam every now and then, and I said, alright, it's about time I need to build this kit. I need to build it well. Now, I'm going to change up a bit in certain things. I'm going to do appreciating on this kit. There's a lot of surface detail on white. I could do a two-tone color, but doing a two-tone with a gray is kind of hard in one aspect. I don't know yet. I have to review the manual and things like that. And I'm going to say to myself, this is actually going to be considered a downgrade. Even though this is a 2.0 Freedom, building the real grade Freedom GCP and the Master Grade SD Freedom, I'm kind of like amazed at those two pieces of kits that I made. But now I'm going to build something that's a Master Grade, but it came out way before these guys, so I'm going to probably be saying to myself, Jesus, I would have been spoiled with the two new ones I made, but this one's going to be, you know, whatever. Now, one thing about this is I do have the decals, because I still had the decal sheet that came with the Providence Gundam that I built a few years ago as well, so at least I don't have to order decals. But I am aware of certain things that's going to annoy me when I assemble this kit. We will, of course, cover that during the course of the build. It's a lot more streamlined and thinner than I remembered on the original 1.0. Good posing and detail. There are certain things that I am noticing that, you know what, this doesn't look like what I remembered from the other kits, but simply so. There is something that I have remembered that, and Prime told me about this, and I should buy it. I'm contemplating, but I'm going to wait until I finish the painting or assembly. This kit does have I heard some people saying that it has joint issues. What kind of joint issues? I don't know. There are metal joints that you can put on the arms and the waist unit, and I believe even the wings, but I don't know. The one other thing is that it has a unique railgun that is a lot different than what it was before. So when you extend it out, it actually opens up and it has this weird effect thing. I kind of like this, how it's holding the gun and the beam rifle and the two beam sabers. Let's see what the other side shows. So we have it, you know, in its final pose right there. And then we have it here with the guns open, but then you have that over-the-shoulder rail guns that has a weird effect to it. I'm not a big fan of it, but we may end up, you know, keeping it closed. This is in Japanese. This is before the conversion of everything in English, so I could use the Google Translator on my app on my phone to translate it. And basically, the only weapons you're getting is just the beam rifle, the shield, and the two beam sabers, and then a lot of markings, which is not mortar slide. It's more like stickers. But again, I got decals from the premium set of the Providence. I'm also considering not appreciating it and maybe changing the color scheme a little bit better, or something different than the standard one. But I'm leaving that up to debate. But let's review the contents of this kit and see what we are going to work with here. So give me a minute. Okay. Beautiful box art, of course. And then we have the manual. The kit comes with an action-based stand, or not an action-based stand, basically a stand itself. We do have, you see the parts of the beam rifle, waist unit, skirt armor, hands, parts forming hands. Yeah. This is the darker blue parts of the wing. backpack ring, of course, beam rifle, I believe. Vent, chest parts here, backpack. Certain things I'm not recognizing. That could be from the shield, yeah. We have blue parts for the wings. They're solid parts instead of 2 parts each. Yeah, so you used to seeing it as the waist part. That's a part of the beam rifle as well. Beam saber effect parts. Here are the red parts for the shield, for the beam rifle, or skirt rail cannons. The shield part there. This is for the over-the-shoulder cannons. There's the only yellow part here. Yeah, the back skirt armor, solid part. These are for the side skirts. That's part of the head. There's Kira right there. Clear parts there and there. And here's that weird assembly of the over-the-shoulder cannons. Yeah, that's a bit weird. I may end up keeping it closed and not open. Shoulder armor parts right there and there. Those are arm parts there. That goes to that. And it repeats itself again because that's shoulder parts and things like that. Then you have the parts for the legs, the feet. I believe this entire section is for the legs, because that's the calf armor. That's the calf armor, thigh armor, part of the leg assembly there, front part of the leg, back part of the leg. Probably this is from the foot, I think. Back part of the calf. Then we have the railgun assembly on the skirt. There's the collar part. Vents right there for the chest. Don't know what that would be. The shield part right there. Yeah. Consider the shield is unique because it has a bend there. But wow, seeing this and then building the other two, it's like, wow, that's day and night right there. Here are the rest of the wing parts for the blue, and I believe that's for the feet. That's feet right there, ankle. Here are the other dark blue parts right there, and more parts for the railgun. And then the entire section for the assembly of the legs, of the inframe of the legs, the wing, some joint parts there, and it repeats itself. And here is stickers for the eyes, sensors, water slide, and rub transfer tube. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, let's review the manual. Even though this is a 2016 model kit, it is still one of the most popular kits out there in the Master Race line for 2.0. They're not re-releasing the 1.0 anymore, but there's the metallic version, there's the clear version, and then there's various colored versions that are, whether it's from 7-Eleven, A&A, or China version, especially now the new version, but that's actually full mechanics. The developmental history of the Freedom Gundam, and then of course the other GAT kits, the Buster, Duel, Aegis, and Blitz. Here is the parts guide, and clearly you're going to be using all the parts. There's nothing left over or doubled up. page 1, we're going to be working on the assembly of the chest. Very simple, very straightforward. I'm going to do the same thing like I did before, just building the inner frame parts to see how it looks. From here we're going to move on to the head unit. Various parts for the head. Then we have the arms, which is the one part which I was never happy with. Not happy with Freedom per se, but because the Freedom, the Infinite Justice, I think it's the Infinite Justice, and of course Providence has the same inner frame structure, especially in the arms. There is no complete inner frame part going from the forearm going all the way down to your hand. I actually talked about this on the Providence, and it's actually the same thing here on these two kits. On those two kits. Well, actually, I do have the Infinite Justice as well. I think I have Infinite Justice, or just Justice Gundam. No, it was Justice Gundam. Sorry. So I have the Justice Gundam that is basically the same thing, and it's like, why couldn't you continue building a complete inner frame of the full arms? You know, both left and right arms. Didn't make any sense, but I guess because they wanted to keep it nice and streamlined and thin, to do another layer or an inner frame layer of the entire arm, maybe they didn't see it was a possibility. Regardless of the case, that's how it is. From here, going to be the assembly of the waist unit, of course, shoulders, to finish it up. Then the waist unit right there. And then we have the assembly of the legs. The legs, of course, will be full inner frame legs. Then we have the MS track and CE. Here is the color guide, which we'll talk about in a moment. Some tips and tricks on how to detail the head, or detail the entire kit. The mechanicism of the mobile suit. As you can see the inner frame of the body and the leg, but you don't have the ability to see the entire inner frame of the forearm otherwise, because it's all parts forming, or not parts forming, more like parts supporting. That could be a new term. Parts supporting. And then of course the gimmick of the rail guns, how it opens up and fires, which quite frankly, weird. Very weird. Once the legs assemble, you put the kit together, as you could see there. Then you're going to work on the rail guns and the wing units. That's a lot of parts for the wing units. Then, once the wing is done, you assemble the beam rifle, followed by the shield, and how to mount the beam sabers onto the hands. These are parts from your hands. There's no manipulator hands, which I'm okay with that. And then the assembly, where to put the beam rifle, how to hold it with the right arm, or if you want to store it. We just missed a part of the shield. But then of course you get the stand, and I see it comes with an extra part to actually support the kit on the base stand, which is not bad. And then the last thing is this weird gimmicky thing of the railgun over the shoulder cannons. How to open it, how to close it, how to bring it up, fold it down, and then turn it around. And of course, the guide to where you're going to put all your decals. That's a lot of placement there, and luckily I have them. And this is what the kit will look like once it's completed. Oh joy. So, that is the kit. But, what am I going to do for painting?